Hi. Today we're going to talk about how to show space in art, not space like the galaxy, but space as in the different ways to use space and show space in our artwork. So in your art workbook, you have a page that says, I can learn space. It gives the definition here of space is the visual and physical space within an artwork. Artists create space in a variety of ways. And then it says here by drawing big, filling in the whole paper, cropping your work off of the paper, so lines off the paper. Placement, which is extremely important. Placement in relation to the horizon line, and the horizon line is that line in a landscape. So it might be the separation between the grass and above, or it could be, if you're talking water, it could be the ocean. So everything above the ocean. The ocean itself would be the horizon line. Which is why a lot of times we'll say we're watching the sun rise over the horizon. And we're really talking about that line. And this picture right here shows that well. You see a body of water. We'll just say an ocean. And you'll see the sun coming up over it. And you'll see these boats that are in it. So the sailboat here is in about the mid-ground because it's about halfway up, and it's not quite to the horizon line yet because it's actually in front of the horizon line. But then you have this very large vessel that is right directly on the horizon line. But that vessel, even though we know in our minds that that is a larger vessel, because it is further back and actually on the horizon line, it appears smaller because when you look at something far away, it looks smaller and darker, and something close up is larger and the colors are more vibrant or true to what they are. And then you see this person here in a canoe that looks very close to us, so she's in the foreground. Again, smaller in the distance, larger close up, darker. Well, they're saying darker close up, lighter further away. I guess that kind of depends on what it is that you're drawing. Overlapping, foreground, near space, middle ground. So this bird is in foreground. The sand here is in mid-ground, and then these mountains and the sun and clouds are in the background. So that is how you show space, especially in a landscape. So what you are going to do is you're going to create 3 different projects using the different ideas here of showing space. And I want you to make sure that they're 3 different. In other words, you could pick drawing a landscape using foreground, midground, background. You can choose overlapping, like you see here. You can see cropping your image off of the paper, filling in the whole paper, which you should always fill in your whole paper anyways. You wouldn't want to leave stuff blank on a canvas. And then drawing big. So it's completely up to you. I'm going to show you an example of an artwork, but I don't want you copying this. I want you to be creative, use your own imagination. You can use any mediums that you would like for these projects. You can use crayons, markers, oil pastels, paints, just anything, any medium that you can think of, but I do want it to be 2D, so can't be a 3D work of art because we're simply focusing on space within a 2D surface. The whole idea of this is to show how you can make a 2D flat work of art look more three-dimensional, and that's where space fits in, which is why you cannot create a 3D work of art to show space. So our example here is based off of an artist, and ours is, you can see, is using overlapping, and it's also using filling the paper, because like I said, your paper should always be filled. And for this project, we used oil pastels. So again, I don't want you to do something like this. I want you to be creative and come up with 3 projects of your own, and yeah, have fun with it. The thing is, I want you to take your time. I want you to be creative, and I want to be able to really tell what it is that you've drawn and colored and or painted, whatever the mediums are that you choose. I want it to be nice and neat. Please don't turn me in something that you rush through and is sloppy, because I want you to really focus on it. So have fun with the projects, and I can't wait to see what you do. Bye!